What I am saying is that if we recapitulate to Minerva, when we take our sorrows and we insert them into the infinitesimal with the attitudes of the flouncy and the misbegotten, someone will stammer us, someone will take a tent pole and around it erect an infinitabilindarium. And all of the people who spindle their wet whistles will say, I was never seen in galoshes, I was seen in widdershins. And the people who object to the malfeasant misappropriation of the measle-ridden mallards will find that ankles and toasty knuckles don't make anybody any swifter when they're trying to have spatulas for dessert. And what will be the recompense? What will be the comeuppance? What will be the randomly distributed hiccups that you have to use a little soupçon of magnesium-derived anti-sulfate? Can we take a sample? Can we take a cesspool? Can anybody look around at the various spillings and effluvium and say, I will take a straw and sip from thee. I will take a straw and sip from thee. And what then? Then do you gargle the ragamuffin? No. Do you protuberate from your emulsification? All of the various narrowings that have happened while you have been away. Where did you go? You were supposed to stay on post. You were supposed to sternly forebode. You, and no one else were entrusted with the nussle. And you were entrusted to take a wide stance on Halloween. And if there were any errant whiskers that saw their way clear to becoming a soporific to decay, how could you encourage your ribcage to molt? How could you? We take for granted that we have two lips. But it is not guaranteed. The multiples of bilabia around the jawline were never guaranteed. They were never written in stone. We think of it as a birthright, but no, it is a privilege. It is a privilege to have your oral opening situated by your jaw. And should we neglect to offer up sacrifices of dividendum and a relay system by which people can hand off various discolored egg yolks? If we take these things for granted, we're going to have spittle in our millet. We're going to have the regret of the dolphins who abandoned the pod. That's what we will have. And dolphins, as we know, love to frolic with scarves underwater and gaily nuzzle them about, excuse me. And in this carefreeness, we can easily project our inhibitulidarium. But when we see them mean, when we see them derisive, when we see them cruelly mismanipulate their brethren of the sea, oh, the scorn we have. Oh, dolphins are jerks, we say. Oh, those dolphins don't deserve ribs on their bib. No. Oh, but how we project ourselves into their whimsical mistingula. But Never will we take as a frontispiece a dolphin amidst wreckage. We will not hail, we will not embrotherify a dolphin in maliciousness. So, if you line up a bunch of peas on the windowsill, and if you take your time and don't daily disgorge them, but rather in a regulated bicaria, use various straw-like things. You might roll up a New York Times. You might take an identity card and curve it around your knuckles. You could do anything. You could make a galleyway for breath out of your own hair and knock these peas off. The temptation that you are resisting is the same temptation that you must be resisting when you have molasses on your thimbles, when you have a slick coating of nostril-derived hastinulum out of the regular things that flake off your knees. You have to take the expectable flaking, the expectable skin cast off that is knee adjacent or even knee particulate, and you have to take these things and make of them a tympanum style macrame. And can we then frolic like a dolphin when we have composed a stalwart lattice out of skin flakes? I think the answer is sometimes. Sometimes have we taken the various cast-off from our own non-chitinous carapace, and should we collect them and weave them and turn them into something useful for holding ferns, then we might presume that we, in our gayness, are emulating the gentle dolphin, or that the gentle dolphin is emulating ours. And this bond, this tripartite correctionatia, this way that there are rivulets of scorn, but there are also rivulets of distemper. And somewhere between those rivulets, you can see cracks and you can see miniature eddies of mirth and brotherly love. And it is to these barricades that we must send our men. And should we fail, the rest of it is just cracked corn in Sodom. Thank you for listening. Comments welcome.